My name is Ali Skaineh, and this is our final project, a car diagnostic assistant. It is a web app that takes symptoms you're experiencing or an OB2D code from a local scanning dongle and returns the rank list of likely fault with a confidence score, severity, and recommended fix. Well, you can always see exactly where results scored the way it did. As we can see here, in our database, every fault like a faulty thermostat or a failing water pump is linked to the symptoms and DTC codes that indicate it. And each link has a weight showing how strong a signal is. When you submit your symptoms, the engine adds up the weights that match, divides by the total possible weights for that fault, and that gives a confidence percentage. So if a fault is defined by 5 signals and you only report it 2, it scores lower. That's not the engine being unsure, it's a direct reflection of how much evidence you gave. This logic is actually correct. I wrote a PyTest suite that checks the scoring math, ranking order, and edge cases like case-insensitive code lookups, and all 6 tests pass. Let's see. As we can see, all 6 passed, and good.
My part was the backend. We built it with Python and Flask, and it exposes a small REST API endpoint to fetch the list of symptoms, search OBD2 codes, submit a diagnosis, and then pull up past sessions from history. When you submit a diagnosis, the API calls the reasoning engine the past member just walked through, saves the result to our database, and returns it to the browser as JSON. Everything runs locally with zero setup, no external services, no API keys, so anyone can clone the repo and run it in under 5 minutes.
Hello, I'm Issa Jaafar. I built the interface using plain HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. No frameworks, so it's lightweight and load instantly. Let me show you how it actually works. Here's the symptom checker. I'll select a couple of symptoms, say rough idle and engine stalls, while driving. I can also switch to the OBD2 lookup tab and search for a real code, like PO420, and add that too. The selection carry across tabs. When I hit run diagnosis, we get a ranked list. Here's clocked fuel filter at 33% confidence, with the match symptoms tagged right on the card. One feature we're proud of, each result has an Ask and the Assistant button. Click it and it expands a chat-style panel explaining exactly why this fault links to what I reported, plus step-by-step repair instructions, difficulty level, and estimated cost and time. And everything gets saved. Here's the history tab where I can revisit any past session.
I built the database layer that everything else runs on the top of SQLite, so it needs setup, no server to install. I designed the schema, symptoms, OBD2 codes, faults, and the weighted links table, used for scoring, plus tables that save everything, diagnostic session and its result. I also researched and wrote the actual content, 24 real symptoms across categories like engine, brakes, and electrical, 29 real OBD2 codes like P0300 and P0420 with accurate descriptions, and 20 common faults, each with a real-world explanation, repair steps, and cost time estimates. So the diagnosis reflect genuine automotive knowledge, not placeholder text. Finally, I wrote our documentation. The README covers setup, usage, and how the reasoning engine works, so anyone can clone our GitHub repository and run it themselves. That's our project. Thanks for watching.